Alright there, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and hopefully I shall see you guys on the next video. Okay, thank you for watching. Yeah, ho! What is up, Stealth Squad? How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome. Okay, guys, so I've had a few people asking me about this because obviously we did play this, and we were the testing state when we played the Abyssal Skirmish, so we have had a little bit of experience in it. Well, a lot of people did really enjoy it because they could properly participate in it. Like some of the smaller players were saying that they prefer this than RR King of the Hill. I think that's because of they can actually really engage in it the whole time. They can feel like they're grabbing as much loot as they can, really participating. They're getting good points as well because of they keep donating the bombs and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go through a little bit about this and tell you a little bit about it. So first of all, you can edit your marches all the way up until the fight. It did let us the first time anyway. I'm not sure if it's going to continue to do that, however, but it did let us edit our marches all the way up until the actual fight began. So we didn't need to, but just in case, make sure you do it the day before or whatever. But then you'll probably be able to re-edit them. So you don't need to worry too much about this. It's not like King of the Hill, or it wasn't for us the first time. Also, when you are in there, or when you're upgrading this, it does depend on how active your alliance is, I would say. You're allowed to have 50 participants. In the original testing, you could only have 30, I believe it was, and then they upped it to 50 during the actual gameplay. So if you believe that your team will be able to get the whole entire 50 of you in there, then you're going to have a massive advantage over the other team. Because generally on strength-wise, you should be similar to your opponents, just like any other thing, but it doesn't always work out that way, of course. But if you are a lot more active, you'll be able to collect a lot more bombs, you'll be able to collect a lot more gas and stuff like that. And depending on your gameplay, you could possibly outplay your opponents. I'm going to tell you how I would generally play this and how I would upgrade this. So if you are more active than the enemy team, personally, I would say you want a lot more damage and speed, okay? Because I personally think if you think you're going to be able to easily overpower your opponent, try to kill them quickly, do more damage, more intervals on your missiles, and go faster. Because if you can get your ship to the other side, you can then teleport and go help out your teammates. If you think that you're going to really struggle and you're going to have a lot of trouble, now you could do two options on this. You could heavily go on to anti-missiles. You can go on to the health of your thing, like defense shield, stuff like that. And you could go and help the other teams and try to push that. So if you try to make your one an absolute tank, you could obviously go try and help your teammates instead and try and help them push. Only have a couple of people at your one to defend. If you do that, personally, I would keep your strong ones to defend, because then your strong ones can just defend your ship to slow them down from entering and destroying it. And you could also be taking the buildings close by so that they have to go further afield to be able to get the missiles and stuff to be able to use on you. Because if you keep killing their marches, it will slow them down, slow their respawn down, stuff like that. It did say that you didn't have to be on your ship to donate the resources, but most people go all the way back to their ship. If you go close, I think you can just click the donate and then get out of there. I didn't do the donating part because I was obviously fighting the whole entire time, and I feel like I kind of understand a better way to do the fighting this time. So last time, I kept going on the offensive and then coming back to defend now and again, then going back on the offensive. Now, I personally think it'd be best if you think you have the strongest player, have them defend. Anyone who enters that ship, they die. Yeah? So you are properly stopping them, and their respawn time increases. If they do put multiple in there, you will take a bit of damage, but I personally think it'd be better if you had your next 5 strongest all attacking their ship. Every time one of their players goes back there, you're going to kill one of their archers. You're going to slow them down. They're going to be getting less bombs, and their respawn time is going to be increasing. So I think it's a good advantage to have about 5 of your players on their ship, because 1, they'll be taking damage for your players being on there, and 2, you'll be slowing down their respawning and collecting massively. Now, if they do the same thing which I said, where they've got their strongest back there who you won't be able to beat, then you could have your second strongest pull back while your strongest quickly goes over. They're so close to each other when the battle actually begins, so you may as well. But for the beginning part, don't go straight to their ship like I did. Don't just go straight there. Loot up a bit, because it's going to take you minutes to get all the way over there. Go to a couple of places on the way there, get your rockets and stuff like that. Try and get some fuel to fill up your ship, and then when you get closer, that's when you start fighting. It's not worth doing such a long battle. If someone actually enters your ship, you can just go back into your ship and kill them. Then they've got to do the long walk. So personally, I would say loot up as your ship's going over there. Try and get it pushed a little bit with the fuel, because if you didn't know, you collect the fuel and you obviously you collect the fuel to be able to increase the speed of your ship. So try and get as much gas drums as you can, put them in. Now, on the missiles and the torpedoes, I think they're just as important as each other. Obviously, this will defend your ship. This one will damage their ship. On the repair ones, that's a little bit of an iffy one, because if you're in combat, generally it doesn't repair. So if you keep them in combat the whole entire time, they're not repairing. So it is a good idea to keep damaging their ship the whole entire time. Or that's what I got told after my fight. So keep them fighting the whole entire time. Stop them from being able to repair. The problem is, if they're not defending either, then you're not really fighting, and the repairing can happen, I believe. So you already know these from the thing. You know the places to be able to loot up. One thing you are going to want to do is try to be cautious when it comes to your teleporting thing. So this can teleport you to warships. So when it says Alliance warships, it doesn't just mean yours. You can teleport to your allies' ones. So if you only have one, keep it, because if you die, you can teleport back to your ship, be there quicker. If you obviously don't die, then and you have a couple of these, and you think your team's going to be absolutely smashing it, you need to try and slow down one of the enemy teams, then do that. Port over to the allied teams and try and give them a little bit of reinforcements. How I would get my players to organize this is, as I said, I'd have the strongest person defend the ship. Then I'd have the next 5 people attacking. Then I'd have the next 5 people going to close areas around the ship. Now, the reason why I want some decent strength players around the ship is because that means they can't loot up them spots. Their weaker players have to go further afield. So have your slightly stronger players around the ship, controlling the area. Every time I saw someone kill someone, they were dropping torpedoes, repairs, gas, all that stuff which you need. So personally, I would be keeping some strong players around the ship at the closest spots, because then they can't go to it. You're stealing their stuff, and you're being able to donate it because you're right close. Have your weaker players going further afield and actually collecting that and then bringing it back. That's how I would organize mine. But yeah, if you are on their ship, you are damaging it, don't forget. So, and you are killing their marches and slowing them down. So that's how I personally would plan it. The reason why I'd have my strongest person defending is because they've got to do the long march over. It's slower for players to get over there. They're not going to be putting their whole entire team there. They only usually send a few. So if you can kill them without dying, then you just sit there and you're stopping them from damaging your ship and slowing them down. Okay, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, I explained like what you need to know about it. And best of luck out there. I'd like to thank you all for watching all my videos. I hope you guys enjoy. Much love to you all, and have a fantastic night, guys. Peace. If you do have any more questions, drop it in the comments, and I will try to answer them. I'm hoping I explained it all.